What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of No Guestlist, the podcast where we unravel the biggest tracks, bring you breaking Afro House news, spotlight some of the best up-and-coming emerging artists, and delve into the latest releases, and just have some very interesting discussions in and around the Afro House scene. We are your Afro House insiders, and we are here to keep you up to date with the music that you all love so much. I'm Anthony James. These are my two co-hosts, Wes and Manu. How you doing, guys? What's going on?
What's good?
What's happening, man? Good to connect again and be back.
Good to be back, man. It's been a minute. So we had a discussion before we started this, and we agreed that we're going to do this monthly now. I think it makes a lot more sense. It gives us a lot more to discuss. So going forward, that's going to be the format, which is a vibe. So to our regular listeners, a huge thank you for joining us and supporting the show and listening on a regular basis. And if you happen to miss our last episode, don't worry about that. You can catch up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and on YouTube. And hit that subscribe button, follow us, show some love. All of your support means that we can keep doing what we're doing and keep delivering top of the range content. So don't forget to connect with us on social media at No Guestlist OFC, and all of our individual socials will be here somewhere around here. So yeah, we're in for intros. We're in. It's been a very interesting past month. A lot has happened. A hell of a lot has happened. Summer has kicked off properly, and I noticed that there's a lot of gigs happening. So Manu, do you want to give us a little catch up? A No Guest List catch up? What's been going on with you? I know you played alongside Night Freak, Mo Black, Emad.
Oh yeah, I mean that was a couple of weeks back for Parable. Shout out to Parable, amazing promoter here in London, doing great things and pushing the sound. Yeah, that was nice, man. That was a nice night. Had a couple of friends come. My guest list was so long. Parable actually got pissed at me. They were like, "Yeah, you can't have all these names, bro." Like, so they were like, "Chill, man, chill." I had like 50 names in there. I had to like cut it down to 5. So imagine me going back to all of my friends and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yeah, I was one of them.
Yeah, it's bad.
No, it was
So
calm, man.
yeah, listen, it's good to kind of see, how what I'm doing is getting these stages, and I'm able to play alongside these amazing artists and on these lineups. Opening. Who did I play before? I think I played before. Who played after me? Yes, an artist called Abel here in the UK, and after her, Mo Black downstairs. So there were 2 rooms, downstairs and upstairs. Mo Black played downstairs, and then Night Freak upstairs. And yeah, Night Freak shut it down. Like, you couldn't get in that room, bro.
Really?
Security was powerless. Yeah, security was just powerless. Like, to get into backstage, there were 2 guys there kind of manning that area, but it got so packed that they literally just couldn't do anything, and people just kept pushing through to the back. But it was a vibe. I didn't stay for too long for Night Freak, but it looked crazy, and he was telling me he loves the London crowd. He wants to be back, and he was saying it's so kind of a mixed crowd, right? You got people from everywhere. He could play piano, he could play 3-step, Afro tech, Afro house, and he says usually he has to play the more, I guess, Afro EDM sound. But over here, he was saying he could play everything, and he loved it. So yeah, that was a great night, man. That was a great night. So yeah, more to come, man. More to come.
I noticed from his videos, because he hit me up after the show. He's like, "Yo, can you do a post?" And I noticed from the tracks that were selected that it was different than the usual.
Yeah, it's but that's London, right? London.
It's
And
an interesting thing. Sorry, go on, bro.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say he had a lot of people from Zimbabwe, obviously where he's from, come out, and I'm sure he doesn't get that a lot when he's going to Dubai or playing in Miami, right?
Yeah, man. I think it's an interesting thing because, I've heard comments made about types of crowds recently, specifically on socials. It's going to happen, but I think in all seriousness, it's a blessing to be in a place like London, because one thing that you can always guarantee, especially in the sound that we play as well, is you get one hell of a diverse crowd. Like, and it's not even just on a base level. I mean, like, people from all around the world are coming to listen to this type of music and enjoy it, and it does give you the freedom to be a little bit more creative in your selections. I think it's a great thing, man. London's a true hub of diversity, I think.
No, it's great. It's great. I think it's the perfect. I was telling when I met Freak last week, we sat down for an interview that we're just editing now. Him and Imad. As soon as I met him, I said, "Oh, welcome to the capital, to the world capital of Afro House." And he was like, "Bro, London is not the world capital." And I'm like, "Bro, trust me, this is the capital of Afro House, man. This is the one."
Do you think it
And
is,
it's just
really?
I think so. I think it's like the perfect ground to cultivate the sound, man. This
I
is the
agree.
one.
I had a
Like,
conversation recently.
sorry, bro, go on.
Sorry. Yeah, I was talking to someone about that recently, and it was all to do with why Cairo is doing his album launch party in London, which is going to be this weekend for us listeners. And I was like, why London? Why London? And his whole team just like kind of were like, yeah, there's nowhere else in the world that they do it. They said maybe in the Netherlands, but they didn't think they would pull the kind of crowd that they would in the UK.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. It's a very good point. I mean, my first thought, and maybe this is because I've not been there yet, but my first thought would be that the Afro House capital of the world would be SA, where it sort of originated from. But I guess I see your point on a commercial level and on the business side of it. Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of opportunities in London, man, and the surrounding areas
think
as well.
so.
Like,
I think so. I
London's
mean,
what, an hour flight from Ibiza? It's an hour flight from the Netherlands. You've got access to these places, man. It's crazy.
well, I just think if you're trying to become, say you are a talent locally, and you're asking yourself, how can I cross borders and expand my brand? If you can get a gig in London and start working the London market, then I think you can kind of go anywhere. So yeah.
Have to agree, man. London's a spot. Wes, tell us about you, bro. I know that you linked up with two big names in the scene recently.
Yeah, first linked up with a guy called Ape Drums. Ape Drums is one of the members of Major Lazer, so he's been around the circuit many times. But I didn't know this. He took a break from touring for quite a number of years just to kind of like reassess and resettle. And yeah, super nice guy. And like he loves Afro House, but he plays a very interesting like set that I hadn't really heard before. So he plays a combination of both Afro house, but then also leans very heavily into like the soca dancehall like sound as well. So he was playing like Afro House tracks. So he did like Secret ID with like a dancehall like vocal, which was just like you never heard that before. Right. And
Wow,
I mean, he
man.
played a bunch of stuff. I mean, Maloom's on decks. Like he really went in, and obviously more commercial stuff from like Deep Root Tribe and those kind of things. So phenomenal set. And the other thing as well is like not once did he use his headphones. He didn't even plug them in. Not even once.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
So he was
went
just
up to him
queuing. What?
It's just I was like, how do you do that, bro? And he's like, I'm just so like strict when he sets everything up on Recordbox before.
Yeah.
Like lining up all the cue points and grids. He's like, I don't see a need anymore. He's like, everything is visual.
You know what's
Right.
crazy, bro? I respect him very highly for admitting that, because I used to do this when I was using Serato back in the day when I first started DJing, and I was playing these like hip hop R&B clubs. I knew my set inside out. I knew what went with what, where I had to drop it in, where I had to queue up. And honestly, like this new wave of technology that we have, for DJs who have been DJing a long time, yeah, you want to keep using your headphones because you don't want people to say you're cheating or whatever. But if you know how
Yeah.
to read waveforms on CDJs, especially now on 3000s and on like the newer wave of controllers, you can overlap your waveforms the same way that you used to on Serato, and it really means
Yeah.
you never have to touch your headphones at all. As long as you know your tracks well, you know your tracks inside out, you know where you've queued up, where the vocals going to come in. So yeah, man, I respect to him for
Yeah.
admitting that. I think it's a good way of.
I was getting suspicious because it took me a while to notice, and I was like, "Wait, this guy like it's
not
like an
using
hour into the
headphones.
set." I was like, then I was like, is this pre-recorded set?" And then I like went back, bro, and I was like watching the mixer, and I was like, "Okay."
He's one of those guys at the front, just
actually-
watching his hands, like
Wes is zooming in with his phone. Is he doing?
Yeah.
no. But listen, the first time I used the
phenomenal
V10s, listen, the first time I used the V10s at an event in Hamburg,
V10s or the
the
3000s?
the mixer, what's the mixer? You know the mixer,
Oh, the
the new
V10
mixer,
mixer.
isn't it?
Yeah,
The V10 mixer,
Yeah.
the V10 mixer, right? Yeah, as you said, Anthony, it's a spaceship, right? That thing it's a monster. So many buttons for everything. So I get on there and I'm like, oh, this should be okay. And I can't, just too many buttons. I can't figure out how to hear it. And I'm like, it's a Q button here, and I keep pressing it. Bro, I just dashed the headphones, man. I just dashed the headphones and I played for 2 hours without them. And it was a sick set. But yeah, without.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, bro.
Yeah, involuntary, but it worked out.
Bro, is the V10? I always get the V10 and the A9 mixed up. The V10 is the one that has 4 EQs, right? And the A9's like a.
And it's
the
got the
A9 's
isolator. The V10's got the 3
bro.
isolators on.
I have to admit, you
Yeah.
know, I'm not the biggest fan. Let me just double check this because I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I'm pretty
check
sure.
it.
Yeah, it's the V10s. I'm not the biggest fan of V10s, man. I think it's overdrive. I think it's more than you need for just playing an hour set somewhere. If you gave me a 4-hour set with the V10s and really gave me some time to like have some fun with it and be creative, I think great. But for just sort of what I would call standard DJing, it is over.
No, it's definitely over the top. But if you can learn it inside out, bro, imagine you start flying in there, man. Start
6
flying.
channels, 6 CDJs, like imagine that,
Bro, 4 is a lot for me, man. I
most
very
don't.
grateful playing with 3, but 4 is. What do you do with the 4th deck? It's very rare that you're gonna be playing 4 at the same time.
It's the rest for your headphones, bro. That's what most people use them for. It's the
Definitely.
truth, right? I'm not wrong.
You're very right, man. You're very right.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, you saw Ape Drums, and then there was somebody else that you saw recently as well.
Yeah. So this past weekend, had the pleasure of seeing Sona play live. It was the second time he played in Toronto at a new venue here, which is great. Really nice venue, big space, great sound system, great lights. It's like a nightclub, not like not like a small room or a supper club type feel. So like he went very kind of like more into a techno sound, very constant, similar BPM, similar sound, similar energy for his whole set, which was different to the first time I saw him play. But yeah, I mean, guy can mix, bro. Guy can mix. It was a good time.
You see that sound you're describing, man? Like, I have to admit, I'm starting to miss it a little bit, and it's interesting that you say that because that type of sound always reminds me of, like, I mean, you can argue he's absolutely still at his prime, but like prime Black Coffee back in the day, there's like that famous Circle set that he played, I think it was Circle in Paris, where it's so constant and it just rolls, man. Like I've got a playlist now called Rolling Afro Tech, and it's that kind of techno-y sound, and I miss that.
Angelo,
Man. I feel like
man.
that's not around anymore. Like it's not as prominent. I think the more.
But
not
you
as- I
but
love
you
this
need a
sound as
break.
well, but- Yeah, go on.
You need a break because after an hour you're like, okay, you need a break from the bass and like a little bit of like emotion and soul to like bring down the
sure,
audience,
for sure.
bring them back up. So I just think he missed that technique this set of things coming and going nicely, but
But I think, you know what though? I think Eno Napa has figured out how to create that techno and include the emotion. Eno's the guy. And it's so difficult to do, bro. It's so difficult. Like when I open FL, I'm like, all right, how can I do the Angelo sound, but then at some point include the more emotional, sexy vibe? Bro, it's
Yeah.
tough,
Yeah.
man. It's tough.
Yeah. Bro, it's
It's
really
tough.
tough because it's a mixture of keys and you're right, it's Eno, bro. It's like
It's Eno. It's
even
Eno.
bro code, the moments where he brings the keys in, and Wes, you just posted a video recently on Afro House Fee's page. I'm not sure that fighting demons in his sleep one, that one. But that track, bro, like that is a perfect example of it. It's keys, it's like hard hitting percussive hits, and it still rolls, man. I love that sound. I think honestly, like of all over the time period that Afro House has sort of been at its peak, I'd have to say that that's my favorite sound, man. I really
Yeah,
think
I
it.
agree. I agree.
Oh, I think so. I
More
mean,
like
look at, bro, look at, those Black Coffee compilations he was doing. I think there's
Yeah.
one he did for Sonar. There's an appreciation mix. Like, yeah, those 2017, 2018, 2019 era. Go on Spotify, look at Black Coffee, those compilations. Some tracks in there. Like, no one's making those these days. No
Yep.
one.
It's crazy. Well, I'd have to say, if on that topic, this is why I keep on talking so much about Drift Franklin, bro. This guy is making that. I promise you, he is making that sound. It's
Yeah, there's
impeccably
a couple.
made.
Man.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's so nice, man.
But he's such a diverse producer, Drift. It's like every time he send me something, it's different, you know.
Yeah,
But yeah, that guy has potential for
I
sure.
think so, bro.
Big time.
I think so. Quick one. Just a little. We gotta talk about it because we were both there. We were both present. We have to talk about Indigenous at Accra. I know it's my thing, and I'm hosting, and I'm talking about my own thing. But Manu, tell us from your perspective, how was it? Because you were played as well. You played
I
before. You
mean,
handed over to me. No, you handed over to Pete. Sorry, didn't you?
to Pete. But we did a back to back.
You
Oh,
did a little
don't
back
forget
to
that.
back, bro. We
Don't
can't
forget
forget
that.
about
That was
back
like
to
a
back.
Yeah, that was like a good 30, 40 minutes back to back. It was solid. It was solid.
It was a vibe, man. I'm trying to contain my emotions right now. I don't know if people who are watching can see this, but people at home listening,
Even me, bro. Even me. I feel like when I saw that, I was like, yeah, fucking long overdue to see you do
long
like.
overdue, man. And we said it on a couple of podcasts ago, or it might have even been the last one, back to back. AJ and Manu, and bro, I enjoyed it, man. Like it flowed nicely. You did exactly what
Yeah.
I thought you did. Pulled some weapons out of the locker that I wasn't expecting. I was like, damn, damn.
And you know what? Some of those tracks I haven't played in ages. Like that Nike Junior Essay edit. I haven't played that in so long. But it's such a
Fire, bro.
weapon, man. You can't play that every
Fire.
time, right? Such a weapon.
Followed by what was I don't want to say it on air, but I plan.
I plan. Yeah. We won't name who, but they pronounce E plan, I plan. So yeah,
Someone came
they
over. You gotta play I plan right now. I plan.
almost got cancelled right
He's
there
gonna
and then.
laugh
They
when he
almost got
watches
deleted.
We're not gonna
I was
name
yeah.
him. He's gonna laugh. But no, man, for real, it
No.
was a beautiful, beautiful event. I mean, I think for me, that event at Indigenous was a very upon reflection, it was a good barometer of a whole career of DJing for me because everything had come together nicely, and obviously Bartella's really the mastermind behind all of it. He's done so much work behind the scenes. I've helped out with organizing as well, but in terms of watching where we started when we decided to start doing that type of event, to Shay, who I've known for years. Shay was one of the first DJs who I said, yeah, I'll teach you a bit how to DJ, and we got on really well. Like almost lost contact for about 5 or 6 years. She was off doing her thing, I was off doing my thing, and then Manu, obviously meeting you through the radio show and through your YouTube stuff, meeting Pete and watching all of that come together, man. It was a beautiful thing, and then the crowd as well, like these
Proper
guys,
crowd, man.
immaculate crowd, yeah.
But it's Afro House, man. It's Afro House energy. Like someone messaged me saying that was the best, 10 out of 10. Superb people, superb vibe. Like it's just good energy. No BS, no fights, arguments. Everyone's just loving it and having a good time, man. So,
Yeah,
bro,
perfection.
it- yeah. Strength to
All right.
strength. I feel like it can just keep soaring.
Oh, bro, listen, we've got plenty more to come, man. We've got 2 more dates in July. They're confirmed. The flyers are made. That's all I'll say. But keep an eye out because we have some updates. Right, let's get into it because I think that's the longest intro we've had in a long time, man. 25 minutes into the show. So the last time we chatted, we discussed our favorite lineups around Europe. And somewhere in that conversation, we ended up talking about Shimza's birthday show that he'd done. And we discussed some of the names on there. And Manu came up with the incredible idea that we should, on the next podcast, discuss what our dream lineup would look like. So yeah, we had a few. I had a few messages from people saying that's a great idea. You need to do it. We'd love to hear what you think. I don't know if you guys did as well. So in true No Guest List style, we have listened to the people and we're about to deliver. Hopefully, this show is going to be about that. So to give some context, this is what we're going to do. We're going to each choose our dream or favorite venue from around the world. And then we're going to fill that venue with our dream lineup of 5 DJs who we'd love to see play there and explain to you a little bit about our choices. So, how should we do this, guys? Should we go venues each and then 1 DJ each?
Wait. I can do something, right? So I've got a random number generator on here.
Okay.
If I'm number 1, Asia, you're 2, Wesley's 3. If I click and then whatever number comes out goes first, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
All right.
That sounds good.
So
So
we're,
I'm
we're
on
gonna
Asia.
wait. So we're gonna do venues first, like or stage or where we want our dream scenario to happen, right?
Yeah. We're going to do venues first and or the stage where you'd like it to happen. And then I think that, are we going to each do all of our favorite DJs, each do 5? Or should we do 1 each?
I think if whoever gets picked, just go through the whole thing, venue and
Okay.
DJs.
All right,
Okay.
fine.
You ready? All right.
All right.
So I'm 1, AJ 2, Wesley's 3.
Why do I feel pressure, man?
Let's generate. Let's see. The number is
Wait. Can we pause for
2.
1 sec, guys? Can we pause for 1 sec?
Random number generator. So I'm number 1, AJ's 2, Wesley's 3.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's go. Let's generate. 1. Okay, I'm first.
I want to see proof of the random number generator, man. I'm joking. I'm messing around. I'm messing. Come on, bro. I'm excited to hear this. So dream venue and then 5 DJs. Also, just for people at home, we're not doing these. We're not going to be naming our DJs in the order that we'd like to see them play or anything like that, or how good we think they are. It's just 5 DJs.
No. Mine is curated, man.
Yours
Yours
is
is
curated. Okay,
Oh,
let me
yeah, hell
curate
yeah.
mine real quick as well. Then I'll do mine in order.
No, mine is like a vibe.
Okay.
The
Curated.
energy has to fucking. It's a vibe.
Exactly. Yeah. I have
It's a
logic.
night. Mine is a proper night, and then you can get whatever kind of music you want.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. I'll
That's
curate.
me. It's like it's not just Afro tech. No, mine is like, come on, man. I'm
Yeah,
curating
one by
it.
one, layer by layer. Yeah, there we go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So my venue, it's got to be Ibiza. Club Chinois.
Okay.
That's just me. For me, it's got to be Club Chinois. I just love that. Love that space. Love that vibe. It's dark. There's it's themed. There's a good energy in there, and the sound system is just takes your breath away, man. Sound system is something else. But up first, man, I've got Cat La Cat. Do you guys know Cat La Cat?
No.
Deep House,
Actually,
bro. Oh, Cat La Cat. This guy, top tier selector. Like, if you want to find, more deep house, minimal deep tech tunes, there's no one like this guy. Like, I'll send you some YouTube sets of Cat La Cat. He's from SA.
Cat. Like
But when I asked,
K or a C?
Cat La Cat with so KATLAKAT, Cat La Cat.
Okay.
This guy is a selector. Like, you will find tunes.
I like the deep house start.
Yeah, because you won't listen. Like with Cut La Cat, you find tunes that I don't know. Like I don't know how he finds these tunes because you can't go on Beatport, Track Source. It's different. It's different. He's different. All right, so he's first. Then I've got Kitty Amore and Seth Combo.
B2B.
Yeah, man,
Nice
that's
choice.
number two.
Nice
That's a
choice.
shout, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
big
man.
shout.
Those guys are tough. And together, it's different, man.
Yeah.
Together, it's like remember when like Messi and Neymar played together in Barcelona? That's it, bro.
Yeah. I do, yeah.
It's that connection.
Messi
It's
and
that
Neymar,
connection.
both the wingers, yeah. Throwing in assists. And that makes you Luis Suarez, bro. Don't bite anyone.
So yeah, Kitty and Seth, I feel like they've got a good understanding of deep house and can throw in some Afro House, Afro Tech if they want to.
Yeah.
Then after that, I've got Sanel Musician. For me,
Oh,
Sanel, bro, whenever I watch his YouTube sets, it's different, bro. It's different level. Like, and you need that emotional, more trancey music, I feel like, as well, in a night, right? So he'll bring some of that soulfulness. That is still high energy. And then speaking of energy, I've got Eno after him. So Eno, I'm gonna go Eno Napa. Eno and then Shimza, man. Shimza to finish off, man. Shimza from like
you're
I know you're
gonna.
have Shimza. You're gonna have Shimza.
Nah, man.
Bro, I've actually not. Bro, listen, that's a good night, man. I have to say this straight away. I wasn't aware that we were curating the night in that way.
I'm
But
curated
as
it,
a
bro.
curated night, bro, the running order, beautiful.
No, but
Yeah.
Man.
forget all the full names that you know. I mean, five because Kitty, Seth, Sunel, Eno, and Shimza, Cat La Cat, guys. He's
Cat
gonna
La
open
Cat.
a whole new, I don't know, mind space for you. Trust me.
Bro, Cat the
He's a
Cat
different
followed by Kitty Amore that's a genius move, bro. I gotta say. That's a genius move.
Yeah, man. So that's my list, and yeah, man. I think that's solid. But if you ask me today in 2024, who's hot and based
Yeah.
on that, what would your list be? It would be different, but I think overall, I think I'm happy with that one, man. I'm happy with that
Bro.
one.
That was a good
I have
lineup,
some.
man.
I have some a fair amount of overlap there. So when we get to mine, we're gonna. But for
Okay.
different reasons.
Well, you're next because I just clicked.
We have no overlap.
I'm
Can I just
next.
ask a question
Wesley's next.
before we get onto Wes's? Yeah, Manu, as part of your curated night, I think probably the listeners at home are going to want to know this as well. How much is the ticket? What a ticket price is looking like? Final
I
release.
mean, on average, I think on average in Ibiza, you're not looking at less than probably 40 euros to get in
That's
anywhere.
not bad.
That's
Oh, it's
not
fine.
bad.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Care about the people. I respect that.
I mean, high is like last year was like 80, 90 euros to get in.
Yeah. And bro, it's similar prices around London, man. You get tickets to a kind of music festival or something. Like, bro, there were events in London going for £100. So listen, 40 euros.
No, I think
euros-
50, 60 euros at Club Chinois is good. I mean,
It's too late, man. You said 40. I'm paying 40 first release.
You're
Okay?
paying 40.
I'm paying 40. I want discount, bro. I want guest list, please.
Guest list. But VIP probably. Yeah, VIP will run you a few
A few hundred.
a few hundos. Absolutely, a few
Bro, that's a
hundos.
nice lineup, man. That
But
is a
Wesley's
really-
next. Though. Wesley's next. I want to hear Wesley's.
Okay.
Let's go.
In my mind, I'm picturing like a big, massive festival. So like let's say we're at Exit Festival, right? Big stage, big crowd, big sound. That's where we are. Yes.
Can I ask a question?
You may.
At this festival, Wes, Are there showers?
For their showers. I'm gonna make sure there's showers. Bro.
All right, cool.
All right. So to open up the festival, I've gone with a bit of three step. So I'm gonna have my boy Atmos and Toxin opening up. Yeah,
Ooh.
like a little bit of three step to start. You know, nothing too energetic, low commitment. Everybody's just grooving, having a good time. And then as the drinks start to kick in, we're gonna take it a little more dreamy, but still Afro House. We're going with Sam and Ajnar for slot number 2.
Two
Okay.
back-to-backs kicking off, man. That's heavy. That's good
That's
stuff.
not a back to back. Sam and Ajnar is
That's a duo.
it's
Okay, cool.
It's a duo.
To do.
Now my third, I put Kitty Amore. I would welcome Seth. Seth is welcome to be there, but Kitty Amore, she one of the best DJs I've ever seen. So Kitty has to be there, and the point Kitty after Sam is to start to bring us more into higher energy, into the world of Afro tech, and then we're gonna go into Enu Napa for slot number 4, and Shimza's gonna take us home. So
Wow,
That's
man.
great. Listen.
Manu and I-
and Shimza.
yeah, you see, curation.
Wes just ran through his whole night. Like, we still got a long time on this podcast to go, man. We're gonna have to find something else to talk. You just ran through it.
Bro,
No, I like it. But
It's less interesting because Manu already said it, right? So, but
You
But
guys
yeah.
both went with tried and tested who you know you love.
yeah,
Like, you're ready to experience that
but
again.
also Wesley's is open air,
open air, yeah.
which is a different.
Starting like late afternoon, going into early.
And day parties are a vibe, man. You know, us lot now getting older.
Yeah, man.
I want to get drunk during the day. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I want to get drunk during the day. I'm in bed by midnight, 1 a.m. So yeah, I like that. So what's
like it as well,
Shimza
man.
set? What time?
Let's say we're wrapped up by 11:30, so he's gonna play like 10 to 11:30.
Well,
That's my vibe, man. I'm actually
like
like
a
on
Kunye.
that. It's like a
crazy when you
Kunye.
guys- like,
Like a
it's
Kunye.
crazy that I know what I'm about to tell you for mine, but we all have such different perspectives on what our dream party would be like. They're very, very
But
different.
that being said, I mean, I think the reason I say it's dream and the reason I chose such a big stage open air is just because we haven't seen it at that scale just yet. In an open air setting, but was it Exit Festival, Manu, that they're doing an Afro House stage this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like.
So they had one last year as well, actually.
Oh, did they?
But I think obviously this year, you know, the sound is bigger. But yeah,
Bro, I do love a festival as well, man. I have to say, like, it reminds me of my younger years, funnily enough. I haven't been to a big festival recently. I haven't ever been to an Afro House festival, so I think even better of a shout. But bro, there's something about just going out in the daytime, Finsbury Park, if you're from London and you know the
bro,
place.
listen, at this rate, Indigenous Festival, at this rate, you guys might be able to pull it off.
Indigenous festival could be a thing, man.
You might be able to pull it
Yeah.
off,
Could be a
man.
thing,
Inshallah. Inshallah.
And what a vibe
But
that
I
would be.
think-
Imagine that.
I think as well as like our sound has such a time and a place. I was so torn between doing like beach club because like in my head I was like beach club. I was thinking Scorpios somewhere in Saint Tropez. Like it was just on my mind, and then I was like, but the opposite of that is like huge, massive, big crowd, big sound, and I just think my dream is to see that. So that's what I
Yeah.
went with.
Yeah.
But I'm a daytime guy, man. I'm a daytime guy. I want to wake up early next day, get shit done. Yeah, that's just me.
All right, whose event am I trying to go to? Like Wesley ticket prices as well. Go on, bro.
For that, given the brand Exit Festival, I don't know, 100 euros GA.
€100.
Festivals, bro. Festivals like
Cheap
more than
festival,
that,
bro.
right?
I'd say 120 to 140 for a festival, man.
Even more.
Yeah.
VIP
Pounds?
200
Pounds.
pounds. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Nah, VIP
That's
at
a
a
lot.
festival is like a grand now. A grand.
Really,
Easy. Yes.
man.
VIP at a festival? Oh yeah.
I must be doing it. I must be going to the wrong festivals then, man. My festivals aren't charging like that. It's
Funny
crazy.
enough,
That's crazy.
when Kano comes to London in August, I'd love to see what they're charging. I mean, it's sold out now, but I want to
Does it
find
fit
Did
out.
you
for
manage to get a ticket for that, by the way?
Maybe. No, I didn't get a ticket, but
Bro, I haven't got
no,
one,
I
man.
don't.
I've got friends who have got them, and they were like in the queue, like immediately. I'm really gutted, but I think towards the actual day, there's going to be a few tickets that go on resale because people are holding on to them now. Because why
Yeah,
would you give that
100%.
up? Like even if it turned out that you had like a family event on that day, you'd be holding on to it just to wait and see if the family event could get cancelled for any reason. Kind of music and
No, let's
Future
do it.
got.
If you want to go,
I would love to
let's
be
make
there,
it
man.
happen.
I would love to be there.
Yes, yeah.
Does anyone have the date for that?
It's
No.
August something. It's like,
August 23rd or something, isn't it? Or is it August 26th? I don't know.
let me see. Kind of Music, London, Finsbury Park, August 11.
August 11. Man, let's make it happen, man. Please. Guys, if there's anybody who knows how we can get tickets or guest list or whatever you want to call it to Kind of Music, listen to this podcast, slide in the
You
DMs,
know,
man. I'll pay money.
I haven't. I wonder if there's ever going to be a podcast where we don't mention kind of music because they're like on every podcast they come up at least once. Probably more though. To be fair, but
Respect to
it's
them,
just-
man. I'm
bro, it
holding it.
just shows, man.
I'm holding it here. Respect to them because
Bro.
it's interesting. We were discussing this the other day, and what Move has done by Adam Port, what that has done, I am much more comfortable with. Controversial one here. Hope you guys don't mind this, but I'm much more comfortable with Kind of Music being the brand that pushes this sound or the Afro House sound into the mainstream in a responsible way than what Gordo said about Drake having a great house music album. Like,
Yeah,
Drake should never be the benchmark for house music or Afro House or anything to do with that. I wouldn't
no,
mind
they're
if Kendrick was, but not Drake.
no, they're doing all right, bro. And I mean, Tandaza then into this release move, and I think the next one is
Yeah,
going to be
man.
the one with Mash. All I need is, I think, coming out end of this month or early next. From what I heard, I don't know, but
Okay.
yeah, they're doing all right. They're
Well, the
doing all right.
catalog,
I mean,
the catalog of Kind of Music has been incredible, man. And for everything that is said about is it Afro House or whatever, and we've been privy to that, like part of that conversation as well. You have to put a lot of respect alongside their names, and I think it's interesting because, well, we'll wait till we hear my one, but neither of you put them on your lineup.
I was debating, but then I was like, nah.
I was
Leslie's a
debating, but I
purist,
was
man.
like, it's too
Leslie's like,
easy.
no,
It's too easy.
absolutely not.
Too easy.
I'm not.
Alright,
I'm
should we
not
go?
as. No,
Go
go
on, bro,
on.
go on.
I'm not as anti kind of as I used to be.
Yeah.
You can't be. You can't be. You can't be.
Yeah.
Like 4 million streams in how many days, guys? It's mad. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 days, 3 days
It's
or something.
stupid.
Like,
It's stupid, bro. It's like
and
what?
it's a nice song as well. It's a very, very, very nice song. I love that track, man. That went off when we played that Indigenous as well.
No.
You and I.
Yeah, yeah. And when you played it, I was like, this motherfucker.
And then do you know what the craziest part was? But I mixed it with the Olele from Ode Ireti.
Yeah.
I was like, girl, I really like the way you move. And then halfway through, Olele. Bro, that was like Afro purist's worst nightmare. Wes, you would have hated it, man.
I would have just gone home.
It was vibes, man. It was vibes,
Just
man.
going home.
It was going off.
All right, should we get into my one?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Right. So the dream venue that I've chosen might shock you a little bit. I've basically gone a lot with places I've never been and people who I've never seen live before because I'd like to experience something new. So the dream venue is Savaya in Bali. Rooftop vibes, man. Had to
Nice
be
choice.
that. I think as we just spoke about, since doing Indigenous, rooftops will always hold a very special place in my heart. I think it's a perfect backdrop for going from daytime into nighttime, and you don't have lighting or anything like that necessarily. What more do you need than a perfect sunset? So I had to choose Savannah and Bali. It's actually Aluku Rebels is one of the resident DJs there. He told me about it, and I didn't know about it before. I saw some clips online. That's a place that I would love to visit, just to party. It's a place I would love to play at. It's, for me, that looks like perfection. So yeah, that's the venue. Opening up. So I reordered mine a little bit as we said this. Opening up.
Okay.
Mine is now curated as well. Wes, just like you, I've got a 3-step back-to-back. My 3-step back-to-back is Murder and Taxing. Sorry. I have to laugh. Guys watching on YouTube are going to see
Why does
got
it do
the thumbs up. Apple. Guys, this is at home. That's what just happened. We're going to turn this off. How did that come up for you, bro?
I don't know.
I'm dying.
I don't know.
Yep. All good. Wes, did you not turn on your Logitech camera as well? You're using your
It's
your
on,
Apple.
it's on, bro. I don't know. I can't even do it again.
That's amazing, man. All right, rewind. Composure.
Okay.
Right, so we're starting off with some 3-step. Murder, back-to-back taxing. And the reason being is because I want that, bro, like, what can I say? Like, they are both examples of artists who can fluctuate between very chilled vibes and heavier vibes as well. But I want to get that groove going. I want something special to happen. Yeah, I've never really been to a whole 3-step party before. I went to see Lala Tuxin's set in Blue Marlin a couple of weeks ago, or last week maybe. Blown away, man. The vibes were immaculate. I think that's the closest you can get to experiencing SA without being in SA, is to go to a real 3-step party. The crowd, everything. So in terms of diversifying the crowd as well, I'd have to have that there. Wait, before I go on to my second person, just imagine it's like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. It's quite a way away from the sunset at this point, and you got Horns in the Sun playing. You got Yes God playing, Undino Valo playing, like perfection, man. And I already know what set I want them to play as well. I won't go in because that's restrictive. Right, second DJ. Following on, Taxin plays the last track in the back-to-back, and then following on, FKA Mash. FKA Mash comes in with some more deep house vibes, bro. And I'm talking like Chosen, Summer Breeze, and then he builds up that energy a little bit. Like, this is another person I've never seen play live. I don't know how. I'm a huge fan of FKA Mash. Like, absolute dream to see him play live. But yeah, building up his set, getting towards Caution to the Winds and the Kukayas at the end of his set, getting really like building from deep house into Afrotech, setting the scene a little bit. And on a rooftop, perfection. And then after that is one of my favorites of all time, my favorite producers of all time. He's actually playing in London next weekend. I'm hoping I can get a ticket to go. Laulu, after FK Mash, to kick off these rolling vibes, man. Let's get the Afrotech rolling a little bit of deep house stuff as well, like variety, man. You don't know where he's gonna go with the set, but it's gonna be some good variety in it.
He's a bad man. Yeah, Laulu's good.
That's a big player, man. And look, this is a guy who knows how to make atmospheric music. Like, you listen to any Laulu track, you're getting an 8-minute masterpiece composition. And if his sets are anything like that, from what I've seen online, they are. Everything flows beautifully, and it just all melds into one journey experience. So by that point as well, everyone's had a few drinks, by the way, because this is third set of the night. This is 3 hours in. We're all wavy at this point, man. We just sunglasses on, sun on the face.
At that point, you don't know what's going on, right?
At that point, you don't want to know what's going on. Like, that's it.
You're just having a good time.
That's
So-
when you play Olele vocals with bro.
That's when you do
I'm
that.
sorry,
basically.
sorry, man. It's in my head. I'm trying to like picture it. It's like, nah.
Whereas you're gonna be having sleepless nights about this, bro. You're gonna be doing that
Yeah.
evening Napa dance in bed tonight. Olele, olele.
Punch in the air.
So after Lalu, now this is where it's a point in the night where you need to keep the energy up, right? So after Laulu, I'm going with Filu Luzolo.
Oh man.
Champion, bro. Champion
Well done.
DJ. Like, look, we see a lot of DJs go viral nowadays, maybe sometimes for the wrong reason, but either way, it's for online content, whatever it is. Sometimes it's just because they put out content that looks nice, cool. But I first came across this guy through a video of him playing an Amapiano track called Midtown Gong, and watching his connection with the crowd was second to none, bro. And you watch any of Filu's videos on Instagram or on TikTok now, you see that he always has this vibe with the crowd. Like, he's a person of the people. He's a DJ of the people. People want to
Yeah,
be on stage with
100%.
him. The crowds are fully locked in. And he's another artist who plays such a variety of sounds. Amapiano, three-step, deep house, tech house, melodic, Afro House, of course, Afro tech. He can play anything, and you know he's going to pull some gem out of the locker. Like, have you heard, do you know the track called Avalon by And Me? From
I
like
don't.
2017.
I don't think so.
Bro, at the time, this was, And Me was just kind of new at this point as well, but I heard Filu play that in a set recently, and it blew me away. I was like, you know how much balls you have to say, I'm going to play a track from 2017 that I feel it's had its time to shine. It maybe didn't hit the numbers or get the exposure that it should have, but I trust that this is going to set the crowd off. And it did exactly that, bro. Like, you want someone like that on your lineup who's going to control the crowd.
Confident
and have
DJ, man.
Yeah, confident DJ, extensive knowledge in that way. So yeah, Filu Luzolo, and then we're gonna head into the closing set, and the closing set is. Can I do a back to back?
Yes.
Do whatever
Okay,
you want to do.
My closing set is Maj back to back with Andot, because you can't
Oh,
really
man.
separate the two, man.
You know what? You know what? I wanna like. I love my lineup. Don't get me wrong, but I really give you kudos for creativity on yours, because it's an out of the box lineup and it works phenomenally well. Like, I love my
works,
guys
really,
are big
bro.
names. That's a massive lineup.
And I want to say this as well. This is not to say that I wouldn't want to see Inu Napa, or I wouldn't want to see Shimza, or I wouldn't want to see Black Coffee, but I've seen them before. Do you
You've
know what I
seen
mean?
them,
I
yeah,
know
you've
what
seen
to expect. So if this is
I
like,
haven't
go on, bro.
I haven't seen Inunapa or Shimza.
Have you
that's
not?
also like, I know they're like everyday names, but they're on there because I haven't seen them.
No way, man. I
Live.
didn't realize that.
No.
I thought you'd seen them before. Crazy, man. You need to come to London.
haven't.
Where's ASAP then?
I'm
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
you, bro. I'm telling Manu's working on my visa, bro.
Wait, for real? You need any help? Maybe I can help out. But yeah,
Nah,
like
We're working
my
on it.
reason-
We're working on it.
My reason for choosing Maj and Antdot is because I have to say this, man. I mean this when I say this. So yes, there's this whole debate about what's Afro House, and like I said, we've been a big part of that debate as well. But when you look at what Maj and Antdot have done with their catalog of music over the past 2, 3, 4 years or whatever, name me an artist that has got that many successful tracks. You can't. Like, we're witnessing something so monumental, the magnitude of what they're doing. People really need to like stop and understand that we're witnessing the creation of two of the greatest of all time. Of all time. Like, you can't name me a bad Maj and Antdot song. It's not
No,
possible.
absolutely. I think not to bring them up again, but the three Germans
Yeah.
under them, Beneath, not beneath because that sounds, but yeah, it's Maj and Antidote. I
I'd
think you
argue
actually say
above. I'd argue above.
Antidote.
Is that how you
Those
say it?
guys, those
Antidote,
Antidote,
yeah, Antidote.
Antidote.
Portuguese.
I didn't
But those
realize
guys
that.
don't. They really don't miss. They really
They
don't miss.
don't miss, man. I think. Look, I hear what you're saying, Manu. When you say like below, like slightly below them, kind of music have dominated the scene for a very, very long time. But I would actually go as far as saying, not now, not even now, because they release like a couple of good tracks. A few good tracks a year. There was like a couple of years ago they had Rapture Free, and that was really it. Like Life was good, and what was that other track that Rampant did a
More
remix?
love. God, there's tracks there,
More
bro. If you
Love
want to go
was,
through,
that was cool,
No,
but
they're releasing,
more,
bro. They're releasing.
they're
more Love
releasing,
wasn't.
bro.
More Love, Champion, Tandaza,
There's tracks,
Rapture,
bro. You don't want to go through the
Life.
list, man.
Wait,
There's
wait,
So
tracks.
many, bro.
wait. But
But
all I'm
There's
my
tracks.
saying,
There's
my
tracks.
let's
my
just go
only my
through.
only
Only
Let's just
You
go
remix a couple of weeks back. There's
yeah.
tracks, bro. There's tracks.
But Only You remix is good, but it's not like it's not one of those tracks where if you play that, you know it's gonna go off. If kind of music plays it, you know it's gonna go off. From a DJing perspective, let's just go
It
through
does,
Maj
alright.
real quick. Run just came out. Incredible track, bro. If you play that, people are gonna vibe. Like you can't not move to it. Amana, incredible track. Corpo Canchao, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Incredible
Yeah.
track.
No, Corporate
I'm
Gonzalez is crazy.
That's the track. That's my favorite one. I think.
That's my favorite one. I think it's underrated. And then end of last year, that you've got Brisa, and then their remix that they did with Barbatux. Like, bro, everything that they do is incredible. Like
Banyo de 4 years. Come on, man.
Banyo de Folias, the Bad Love. I think they had a remix or an original of Bad Love, remix of Bad Love. Nothing on Me, All for You, Povoada. Like, how many more do we need to? Ningem is incredible. Todo Homem is
No,
incredible.
listen. Like, I think at the
They're the
moment he's the highest, or Maz specifically, he's the highest streaming Afro House artist in the world.
Yeah.
I think at the moment, I think it's him. But he's killing it, bro. And I keep telling people it's all about catalog and consistency. He's doing that, releasing consistently at least once a month. He's got something. Sam and Ajna, same strategy.
Yeah.
Consistently in your face every Friday. They're doing something. They're playing here. The video's out. And I told Night Freak the same thing. I was like, Night Freak, bro, like, look at what Sam is doing. Every Friday there's something out with this guy.
Yeah.
Don't go quiet for three months, and then if you're trying to get to the top, if you're trying to play at Pasha, these places,
You have to be
people have
consistent.
to. You got,
It's very
you got-
aggressive.
Sorry, it's
Aggressive
not also
practice.
just consistent. It's consistently good. Consistent quality is so important. If you're delivering consistent, I wonder how these artists do it. Because in my head, Maj and Anshdot, however you say it, walk into a studio and they go, "Come on, then, let's do something today," and they just make a new track like that. I don't think that they have this back catalogue of music necessarily. I think they found their sound, which is something that people might say is a little bit cheesy when you talk about DJs. They say find your sound, but these guys have found that's their sound now. Like,
Yeah, and they probably complement each other as producers, like a starter and a finisher. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing, right?
yeah, definitely,
I
man.
know the roles.
Definitely. So that would have to be my closers, man. That would keep the night, keep the energy going towards the end of the night. As the sun sets and everybody walks out of Survivor on a high, man.
And no one's got better vibes than Maj, right?
Yeah.
Surfer vibes, like I said last time.
Like no one's got better vibes than him.
And tickets are free.
know.
It's guest list only.
So this is like 11 p.m. AJ, right?
This is a day party, yeah, and it goes up to, I don't know what time the sun sets in Bali, but I would like it to be a daytime event that goes into Maj will play through the sunset, and together the two of them will play like a 2-hour set or something, or an hour and a half set into the nighttime. And then if you want to go to an after party, you can. If you want to go home, You go home, man.
I know we're running out of time here, but a conversation for another time is best after party lineup. Like, who would you want for your after party versus like a daytime vibe?
Just one
The
DJ
three,
though.
the three of
One
us.
DJ.
I'm
Yeah,
playing the
yeah.
after party
Just
at
playing
my
at the
villa,
afters.
my rented villa. That's crazy. Yeah, we should do that as well. All right. So look, before we are running out of time, I didn't realize how quickly that's gone. Let's quickly discuss. Sorry, I've got a ice cream van going on in the background. Shout out to that guy. It's not even sunny here. Let's quickly discuss upcoming music. You guys heard about anything upcoming?
Upcoming music. I mean, honestly, I think I've got a message to share with the community and the scene. I'm not impressed, man. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with the releases, man.
Oh, really?
No, man. No, no. Like, I don't think it's the level of quality. I don't think it's the same. At the top level, yes. But I think in that mid-tier level overall, not impressed, man. Not impressed. Like, what I get, the promos that I'm getting lately, yeah, this is not
Yeah.
enough. Not
What's
enough
missing, bro?
originality. And
What would you say is missing and they need to work on?
it's not even like you need to work on. I think it's just like stop following, you know, just do you kind of thing. And yeah, but I also feel like people aren't releasing as often. I feel like there's less releases as well. But yeah, there's definitely
It's
something
like
happening, man.
that's so weird, man. Cause like it's like there's less, but there's more. You know what I mean? It's like there's more of the same, but less of the good. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, it's like for me, my names are the same as they are like every week, bro. I'm still waiting on Cairo's album. Let's see. I know Anu's got tracks.
Yeah, let's see.
I think
Waiting.
Shimza has an album coming, you know.
No, he
I don't know if
does.
this is
Shimza for
known.
sure.
Is that known knowledge? Like, I'm looking at the singles that he's dropping, like Darlin, Parachute, and then I just heard his 3-step track that's coming out soon as well.
I'll tell you who I'm looking forward to new music from, and I don't know anything about it yet, but I'm looking forward to new music from Mon Rouge. That's who I'm looking for.
Yeah. Oh,
I like those guys. I like
Yeah,
those
man.
guys a lot. They're a vibe.
very, very big vibe. They sent some stuff over, and
Yeah.
More Rouge stuff.
very, very nice stuff, man. Yeah. I was gonna say something,
That's
but
it.
I completely forgot what it was now. Oh well, we'll save it for the next podcast. Well,
Let's do that.
on that note, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed our lineups. I don't know if you're going to be as passionate at home as I was, because
Let
I
us-
was living that, man. I was living that.
Yeah.
Imagine
Let
you
us
reading
know. Let us know in the comments what your favorite lineup would be.
Yes,
I'm curious.
Let us know in the
Did we
comments
smash
which
it?
event you'd go
Yeah.
to. Yeah, if you have, you
Also
can only
that.
choose one. If you had to choose one, whose event would you go to? Would you go to Manu's, Wesley's, or mine?
I'd probably go to yours, Anthony's. I'm not gonna lie. The way you sold it, it's like I can't.
He sold it. He sold it.
Guy.
But I'm telling you, these people probably don't know who Cat La Cat is, bro. They need to know who Cat La Cat is. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We'll drop a. I still have this idea in my head that I think that we should make the flyers for these events and what they would look like as well. I'm saying it needs to be done, man. Put the names on the flyers.
You're the graphic designer, mate. That's all
I'm
you.
gonna try and do something. I'm gonna try and make 3 flyers for all of our events, and then we'll let the people choose between 1, 2,
And then
or
tag them. They're gonna be like, when
But
did
I'm
I get
not-
booked for this? They're gonna be like,
the other promoter is going to be like, listen, we had an exclusivity thing on now this event's been advertised. We're going to get some people in trouble. Oh man. Well, look, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, it's been a pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, however you decide to listen to this. If you can do us a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, drop us a like, show us some love. We'd be really appreciative of it. And as always, this conversation extends to you. Like Wes said, let us know which party you'd like to go to. And yeah, feel free to leave a comment or a suggestion for topics that you'd like us to discuss next week. But that for now is it. No guest list closing out. Much love, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Peace, guys.